Not long ago, in the April session of the Council of 18, I made a presentation to those brothers. And the presentation culminated in asking them to become a harvest transformation task force. And I laid out to them 25 things that I will reveal to you momentarily. Things that I believe have to be addressed immediately. And those 6 headings are the following. First of all, doctrinal affirmation, and I'm going to do this without much commentary. Doctrinal affirmation. Once again, we have got to come to grips with who we are and who God has called us to be in this world. We are unashamedly, undeniably a Pentecostal church. That's who we are. And I've said it all summer, and I'll say it here, that I was not filled with the Holy Ghost for my enjoyment. I was filled for my employment. And we're filled with the Spirit to engage and help accomplish the completion of the Great Commission. The second heading that I've asked the council to take a look at is structural acclamation. What is it about our structure that either helps us or hurts us? But I've got a news flash for you, and this isn't fake news. Our structure isn't broken. Now, we've been hearing that, and some of us have said it. We have a broken structure. No, structure is a structure. A system is a system. The problem is we've outgrown it. I lean over and tell somebody, I don't know if he's mad or anointed. It's not a matter that the structure is broke or the system is broke. It's a matter that we have a size 12 foot we're trying to put in a size 8 shoe. So I've asked the council to take a look at doctrinal affirmation. Let's affirm who we are, but let's look at our structure while we're at it for the sake of structural acclamation. Then I've asked them to consider generational assimilation. Doctrinal affirmation, structural acclamation, but generational assimilation. I want to emphasize today that the focus that we made this morning was not to the exclusion of anyone, but to the inclusion of a younger generation while we embrace our heritage and those that brought us this far. And when all of this is said and done, I think there are several questions we have to ask and we have to answer. Is the work that we do honorable to our forefathers and our mothers? Is it engaging to the generation that we're trying to reach to? But most of all, does it please Jesus Christ? And at the end of the day, will He look at us and say, well done, my good and my faithful servant? The fourth heading that I've asked them to do their work under is ministerial activation. Doctrinal affirmation, structural acclamation, generational assimilation, but ministerial activation. What must we do to get this on the streets? To activate ministry. You'll see some things specific to that momentarily. The next one that I've asked them to look at is the heading of visional actualization. How does a dream, how does a vision become actualized in our denomination? And then finally, I've asked them to look at spiritual acceleration, going back to the core values of our church so that we can be spiritually motivated in a brand new way. Under doctrinal affirmation, I've asked the council to look at 2 primary things. First of all, regular affirmation of the Pentecostal distinctive of the Spirit-empowered life. I've already alluded to that, and again, I'm trying to do this with very little commentary. Regular affirmation of the Pentecostal distinctive of the Spirit-empowered life. Secondly, under that same heading, I'm asking them to look at the regular affirmation of scriptural position regarding social issues. I don't have to preach about that, but I can tell you that we are in a society unlike anything any of us grew up in. And we're having to address things more frequently today to say to our constituency as well as to the world, this is what we believe. This is who we are. And there is a drawing, there is a magnetism from the world to the church that tempts us at times to blur the lines. I'm preaching better than anybody's shouting here today. This is not a time to blur the lines. This is the time for the church of God to stand up and say, this we believe, and we make no apology.